Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on this train wreck. So I apparently, last time I did it, this email is what I went over. I apparently got a second email. Okay, so yeah, that was my thing. So yeah, I got a second email from another person here, explaining a little bit of the process, and I kind of just have to laugh at this because this is also kind of retarded. So Chelsea says, "Hi, ShyGuyExpress. To further elaborate on what my colleague mentioned, rejecting your appeal means that we are now issuing a delayed takedown, which will take effect in seven days from the time of the message." To underline that, just in case I missed that. This process affords you two options. You may cancel your appeal. Canceling your appeal means that the claim will remain on the video, allowing us to compensate our songwriters and for the copyright strike against your channel, including the takedown, to be avoided. 2. If you continue with your appeal, the video will be taken down in 7 days, at which point you will be able to file a counter notification with YouTube. We at Cobalt feel that it is in neither party's best interest to have the videos taken down and take the health of users' channels very seriously. For further information, please read the following article. Please make note of the section what happens after I appeal. This just takes you to, I guess I'll go ahead and pull it up. Pull up this thing. What happens after I appeal? Hey, and so that just basically Google's document on what happens. So basically, you get a cheery message. You may cancel your appeal, and we can compensate our songwriters, and we'll take this copyright strike down. We don't want to take your video down, but you leave us no choice. It's kind of the thing around this. However, the copyright you're claiming is nowhere in this, and second, those people don't even own that. It belongs to Koji Kondo / Nintendo. Correct. So yeah, I apparently got that. And of course today was the day, so get the email. Your video has been taken down from YouTube. Hey, due to a copyright takedown notice that we received, we have taken down your video from YouTube. And it's that race. Make the URL. It's like, hey, it was taken down by Vintage Publishing / Cobalt. This means that your video can no longer be played on YouTube. You received a copyright strike. No. Okay, I guess this kind of explains it. So, have one copyright strike. If you get multiple copyright strikes, we'll have to disable your account. To prevent that from happening, please don't upload videos containing copyrighted content that you aren't allowed to use. So yeah, people who deal with this stuff should really take umbrage at this stuff. It's, again, the whole guilty until proven innocent system. This person's claim you took their copyright and you can't have it. However, they don't actually own that copyright, for one thing. 2, that particular copyright they're claiming is not even in the video. As I explained in the last video, the people they represent made a version of something in SMB3 for the cartoon, which came out 2 years after this game, which is not anywhere in the video. Again, they have nothing in the video, but they claim they do, so I'm guilty until proven otherwise. So yeah, tells me what to do next and all that. So here's what you get from YouTube. I have seen this before because Nintendo issued a copyright strike on a video where I was reviewing a hack. It was my review of Hyper Metroid. Literally the definition of fair use, basically. That's, yeah. So yeah, that was a thing. So why did this happen? A copyright owner asked us to take down your video because they believe it contains material that violates their copyright. No. But they said so, so we're going with it. Because they're a company, and they're more likely to be able to sue us. So what's copyright strike? What can I do? I think this was a mistake. So yeah, get a temporary penalty on your account. If you get 3 strikes within 3 months, basically your channel is deleted. So that's another reason why this is a big deal. It's because of things like that. You can clear the strike by completing Copyright School, which, if I remember correctly, is like 2 questions. There's a video and like 1 or 2 questions. And then it's like, oh, hey, they're like yes or no. I guess maybe I'll show that here. And then waiting 3 months for it to expire. During this time, you can still use YouTube. How about... Dude, I guess this doesn't actually take you to the thing. So yeah, this is the process from this point, though. So you can go to Copyright School. That is the video. Oh, I think they've added questions since the last time. You can turn captions on. Yeah, this is the same video. So here is what this is. Please take a moment to watch this video on copyright. Answer the following questions. In order to determine whether specific copyrighted content is authorized to be used on YouTube, you should upload it to your account and wait for the Content ID system to block any unauthorized content. False. As long as I have purchased the content in question, it is not possible for me to infringe on copyright by uploading it to YouTube. Also false. All uses of copyrighted content without permission of the owner are considered copyright infringement. False. As long as you have modified the original content in some way, such as a remix, it is always a fair use of copyrighted material and you cannot be subject to claims of copyright infringement. Also false. Don't use this to cheat on your test, guys. Correct. Hey, imagine that. Determinations of fair use must take into a number... Determinations of fair use must take into a number of considerations. Please fix that sentence. Including the purpose and... I guess it wasn't the whole thing. Including the purpose and character of the work, the nature, amount, and substantiality of the copied work, and the effect on the original work's value. Congratulations, you've successfully completed Copyright School. Okay, so I have issues with this. Imagine that. So, determinations of fair use must take into a number of considerations, that's still bad English, including the purpose and character of the work, the nature, amount, and substantiality of the copied work, and the effect on the original work's value. Okay, so, as if I were Vintage, let's just go on the other side of the wall here. If I were Vintage, and I get, you know, the bot notification, hey, you know, it's tagged a thing. Actually, you probably don't get enough notification for that. But when a channel appeals it, then I would definitely get that notification. And then on their end, they have to review, and I'm making air quotes here, review it to determine whether they decide whether it's fair use, whether it's their copyright. And again, they're supposed to take this into consideration. The purpose and character, it was background music in the video that was largely unheard due to actual other music playing and people speaking a lot. The nature, again, background music. Amount and substantiality of the copied work. I believe in the very first video I showed the amount that was claimed. It was less than a minute total on a video, over an hour and a half long, or about an hour and a half long. So not substantial at all. It was also, again, quiet background noise. So even in the actual part that was playing, it still was not that substantial. And the effect on the original work's value, because I'm assuming people are just crazy about that Super Mario cartoon music that Nintendo actually owns the copyright to as well, but you know, I'm not gonna mention that. So yeah, that was Copyright School. Hey, so yeah, you get to see this thing here. Hey, I've got one strike. It's right here. Oh, hey, it expires this. So we may have to disable your account if you have 3 or more strikes within a 3-month period. So it looks like, actually, because one thing I was worried about, like I could still appeal at the moment. Basically use everything I had before, so I can still stream. That was the big thing I was worried about during this process while I wait for them to not take me to court because I don't have a leg to stand on. So while I wait for them to remove that, I guess I can still stream. Wanted to make sure of that. Community guidelines. You know, I have a copyright strike, but somehow I don't have any guideline strikes. That's interesting there. So, yeah. Takes me to that. And actually, let me go into here. Hey, copyright dispute in progress. I guess that's kind of new. I don't remember seeing that last time. Requesting a retraction. So yes, legally required to take your video down. Which that is actually true. You know, like they actually could get in trouble for that. And I don't wish them to do something where they would get in trouble. However, their system is terrible, and this is not a legit copyright strike. And in between this, because like I mentioned earlier, if I was on Finch's side, / Cobalt, whatever, if I was on their side of the fence here, and I see a dispute, all I have to do is hit nope, copyright's still good. Now, they went a little beyond that. Because like in a lot of cases, especially with Nintendo, you know, I'll file a dispute. They'll say, nope, our thing still stands. And then the next thing is I have to dispute that again or whatever. What happened here, instead of that, Fintage decided, you know what, no, our copyright still stands, but we're going to try to strong arm this. Get him to get this channel to cancel this appeal altogether. We're just going to scare them. We're just going to do a delayed takedown. We'll give them 7 days, and then, you know, we're going to make this sound scary because that should be more effective. Unfortunately for them, it's not because, again, they don't have anything here. So yeah, that's actually kind of new. And no, I don't want to request. Actually, you know what? I want to take a look here. Oh my goodness. Actually, what is this? They've misidentified content. Oh. Yeah. Okay, so. Okay, hold on. Let me read this. Make sure I understand this. It's a copyright infringement notification. A copyright owner may realize that they've misidentified content or may change their mind about their complaint. When this happens, YouTube is glad to honor retractions of copyright claims from the party that originally submitted them. Oh. So basically, I just have to write them another email and say, hey, please remove this. And then they have to say, do this process. How about no? And I have a pretty big issue here. A copyright owner may realize that they've misidentified content. I'm having a much bigger issue with this. The first step after the appeal, the quote-unquote copyright holder is supposed to review the video to make sure whether it's legit or not. If they've misidentified that, they clearly did not review it, and that should be a strike on them for something or other. I know when I went through this before, I wrote a letter to YouTube. I put in my email conversations with Nintendo and suggested a few things be done. In that, you know, like with my channel, if I get 2 more copyright strikes, basically my channel's deleted here. I put that in to YouTube after Nintendo retracted the takedown and the copyright strike. They took that back. They still kept the claim on the video. So one of my suggestions was, you know, if a company's not willing to take someone to court to prove their copyright, and they went that far, because at that point that was the 3rd, I believe, thing I had sent to them. So that was the 3rd time they reviewed it, and they still upheld it until it got to the point where they needed to take me to court or retract it. Those were their options at that point. They said, no, we'll just drop that. You know, after 3 times of that, the company should lose 6 months of being able to claim anything. A year. 3 months even. Maybe after 3 months like this, it should just roll off. You know, maybe that would actually train companies to get good at, you know, identifying content. Maybe, I don't know. Again, that's probably not legally possible because they have to protect copyright and all that, but still. Some court make that law. So what is this for? Important legal notice. Hey, so yeah, by filing a counter notification, you're beginning a legal process. As part of that process, YouTube will need to forward your personal information to the claimant to remove your video. In turn, the claimant may file a lawsuit against you. You may wish to consult a lawyer about this process. Yeah. Although in this case, I can just say, you know, there are things not even in my video. Dismiss and get wrecked. Other options. So we have other options. We can wait for the strike to expire or get a retraction. So yeah, I guess that's just contacting them, doing the thing. So, well, no. So please explain to the claimant why you believe the removal of your video was a mistake. Because you're dumb and... Okay, no. I should... There are things you want to say, but I shouldn't. So yeah. I'll be writing this out here while I eat and not calling them dumb in the actual message. But yeah, you don't need to see me try to write a professional thing here. So yeah, that's currently where it's at. So hooray for YouTube's copyright system.